Have you ever wanted something? Of course you have. It's a rhetorical question, but I do want you to think about it. That part I'm being very direct and sincere. Have you ever wanted something? Okay, great. More specifically, when you wanted something, did you want to wait? I didn't say are you willing to wait. I didn't say are there times that you had to wait. I used the word want. When you wanted something, did you want? Meaning, was it your preference? Was it your choice? This is what you prefer. You want the Nintendo. And say you wanted a game. I didn't say you wanted a quarter to go put in a machine. I didn't say you wanted an Atari. I said you wanted a Nintendo. But now I'm at that's your preference. I'm asking you, do you want? Is it your preference to wait? Of course not. You all said no. It's stupid. It's a stupid thing I just said. So I keep getting asked the same question, is where this is coming from. I keep getting asked, whether it's on social media or it's even in our comment section, the same question as it has to do with Conor McGregor. Does he want to fight? Does he want to fight Michael Chandler? And it's interesting. Yes. And let me move on with my day, which I've done a number of times. I've answered the question, yes. And then I moved on with my day. But it doesn't seem that that has sufficed. So let's break it down. The key word that you're using, you didn't say is he willing, you didn't say is he agreed to, is he signed? I mean, you didn't say those things. Yes, does he want? Well, let me ask you something. When you wanted something, did you want to wait? And you're telling me no. Never in your life did you prefer to have something and you preferred also to not have it for a while. So that's the word want. What do you want to do with it? You want to do something else? Go ahead. Conor apparently does not want to fight Chandler the same way that we wanted a Nintendo. We did not choose and want to win. It wasn't we weren't willing to. Maybe you got a holiday coming up. You got a birthday coming. Maybe something like this. You got to work extra chores and get extra money. I understand where there's a necessity to wait. But would you elect to? If it was your choice to have it now or to not have it now. You see the difference? But if you're using the word want, that's how we're going to have to break it down. We're going to have to classify it. We are now at, and I quote, paperwork. What's stopping Conor from entering the USADA pool, which will start the clock, which will bring us to an eligibility where that fight could happen. We're told is being delayed by paperwork. And there's paperwork that comes with it. I don't begrudge it. I don't have a problem with it. I didn't really care when it was said 3 days ago. Moved right on with my day. But you're asking me if he wants to fight Chandler, and I'm asking you to define want through yourself when you have wanted something. Was it your preference to have it now? Or was it your preference to wait? It's a situation where every day that paperwork is not done. Literally. Every hour it's not done. Every week and every month that it's not done, it pushes the opportunity for you to have what you want out. And now it's on you. Like I couldn't play this game with Chandler. In fact, it would be the exact opposite. It would be the exact opposite. He would do whatever he had to do to get this clock started so that this fight could happen. And it's the only tell that we have. It's it. And I don't want to make too much of it. But at some point, I'm going to have to. And it won't be any more than you don't want to fight, right? I mean, that's very childish, but we do it all the time. We do it from the playground to the octagon all the time. You're scared. You don't want to do it all the time. This will never end. It happened to Francis Ngannou 2 weeks ago. It will never go away. But it happens on the playground and it happens in the octagon. It shouldn't go away. We, the audience, just generally can't see it. Guys are good. They've gotten really good at getting out of doing something. I felt as though Conor, who I've never seen make an excuse, by the way, but if he needed to, if he was going to do it for the first time, I felt as though it's already built in, right? Was captured on 4D, seen around the world. Leg broken in half. He's not healed. He's not ready. I mean, I just feel like the excuse, it's already there. We wouldn't need another one. We've already got it. That's what I would feel. And I still feel that way. And I think that it's paperwork. Whatever else is going on that stopped that from, we got a paperwork issue. Okay, great. And I will continue to feel that way for a period of time, but I can't do it forever. There's a lot of ways to get out of doing a fight, man. They're hard. I've seen it. The most classic way early on, I'm going back to the 90s, this UFC started in 93. Going back to the 90s, the most classic way was to just price yourself out. Yes, I will do it publicly. You gotta be a man. You gotta have honor. And then you state a price that you know no promoter will meet. Well, told you I would do it. I mean, now it's on you. You're saying no to the price. That's how they got out of fights. And then it got a little tougher over time. Like guys wanted to be the tough guy, but they would even sign. And they were signing to get the headlines to brag about it. But as the fight got closer, they'd realize, oh, crap, do you know what I agreed to do? I can't go through with this. And all of a sudden, I fell off a ladder and my shoulder hurts. I mean, right, you just started seeing them, but you understood. You let them slide just in case you ever had to do it yourself. I mean, fight or flights are a real thing. So you let the guy that fell off a ladder, and you let the guy that, he hurt his knee, and you let the guy that I didn't know my niece is getting married the same week. You let these things go. But if you're asking me with the word want, and we're going to define that by something we can all relate to, it starts to be a little bit tough. And I can tell you where Conor is at emotionally. I can tell you a couple of things about it. First and foremost is that Conor feels nobody understands it and nobody's ever been through it. It is unique to him. That is number one. And number two, hey, Conor, privately, hey, do you want to fight him? Well, sometimes. Okay. Are those times ever when you're listening to music, you hear a radio going, you start to get amped up? Yeah. Are those times ever where you're watching other fights and it looks really cool to be out there and the crowd popping and yeah. Okay. Are those times ever when somebody in the media calls you and you're doing an interview and you start cutting a promo and you start really believing in it passionately? Yeah. And then after a couple of hours, that dies down and you're not sure it's still a great idea. Does that sound right? And yeah, that would be it. Now, all of those things that I just told you don't pertain to the greats being willing to walk out there anyway. And Conor qualifies as a great. There was plenty of things that you've seen and plenty of things in that octagon he didn't want to do. But he agreed to and he went out there and he found a way to get victory. So as much as the average fan believes that mindset controls everything, now there's the guys that don't want to do it all the time, but they go and do it. Discipline, it's a toughness. I mean, I'm just sharing that with you. But we don't get to ride the wave of Conor was hurt. Conor took something. Conor's playing a game with USADA. Conor's staying out of the pool until he can clear the pool. We don't get to play that game forever. At some point, we have to go to the other option, which is I don't want to fight Michael Chandler for whatever reason, but I don't want to do it. And I don't know what part of that statement is the problem. I don't want to fight Michael Chandler. I don't know what part of that's the problem. Is it the Michael Chandler? Not likely. Is it the fight? I don't want to fight. So can I stop right there and not even include the name? Or do I just need to change the name out? No, the name, we probably never get to it. I don't want to fight. We could probably stop right there. So we can do he got juiced up, he looks good, the ankle was broken, he played a game. We can do that for a while, but at some point we've got to stop because USADA can test him. 100%. They can walk up to him and they can ask him for a test. He could even decline it. But the request can be made. And they've chosen not to. But that's a story for another day. Conor McGregor want to fight Michael Chandler? I'm not going to answer that, but I'll offer you this. He is electing to delay the possibility.